Oh, you ready?
Are we about to go on?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dunedin Ice Stadium for this weekend's NZIHL action. We've got the Botany Swarm visiting from Auckland. Bryce, thank you for joining us down here in the chilly south. Hopefully the action on ice is hot though tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Travelled down with the Swarm today, coming from Auckland. Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good flight in.
You didn't have any fog delay you by 8 hours or anything like that?
No, I actually read that there was going to be some fog, but all was good this morning. Woke up and ready to rock.
Nice, excellent. You've got some news on the Swarm front. We had a little bit of anticipation waiting on the results of a suspension for Peter Stepanek, but that's been overturned, I see.
Yeah, so him and one of the Frere brothers, I think Mitchell Frere, last weekend had a bit of a scuffle on the ice.
Yes.
So that's been, discharged. So both players will be able to play with no suspension, so it's good to see. Obviously, Stepanek, Swarm's hot guy at the moment, so...
Yeah, it would have been a huge loss for the team if he hadn't been able to play. Would have been good for the Phoenix Thunder, of course. I think he scored a hat-trick in one of the games up there in Auckland, and he'll be huge for the team.
Yeah, 100%. But the boys, as soon as they got to the accommodation today, just had a bit of a bite to eat, and then all had a bit of a lie down. I was quite surprised. Like they were only getting about half an hour of a lie down. I personally wouldn't do that because if I have a half an hour lie down, I need to go to bed for the night. But hey, these guys are elite athletes.
Yeah, we're only a few minutes away, maybe not even that, to puck drop. News on the Phoenix Thunder side of things, a couple of defenders are out for them due to injury. Tane Allen and Morgan Blair not able to suit up. Morgan Blair's got a cut lip, so he's out for a while, and Tane Allen's got a shoulder. So
no chance of a cage?
No, he didn't. No, I think maybe doctor's advice there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so just about ready. Last weekend not so successful for the Swarm. Obviously, they lost 2 games up there in Queenstown.
Like the Saturday game, they went absolutely toe-to-toe with the Stampede, only lost in overtime, and I think why the Stampede won that Sunday game, it was a blowout, but I do think Swarm were at least equally the better team as them. It was a blowout, but I think it was a bit of a learning curve, because what the Stampede actually did is they really adjusted to how the Swarm played the game before and really brought that into the Sunday game.
Yep.
So they just knew what they were going to do, and it just... You can see it all over the ice. It worked out really well and defensively. So,
righto. Well, let's focus on the game as we're about to get underway very shortly.
Absolutely, and I got to say, this has got to be the best commentary box in the country, there, Matt.
Mate, it's at a great height to be watching the hockey. It's a little bit wobbly sometimes if we get a little bit too excited.
I'm sure we'll be getting pretty excited tonight. There should be some goals.
Yeah. Thunder coming off a tough couple of losses up in Auckland, but they fought hard for those battles. They lost 1-0 after having a delayed flight in the first game, and then made a big comeback to lose 7-5 in that second game. So they want to start off some momentum tonight. Paris Hyde with his line mates Ian Ortis and Jack Lewis. Looks like we've got Toby Shuck in net and Matt Kennedy. Here we go.
Big Kennedy.
Kennedy, I think he shut out the Phoenix Thunder in that first game up there in Auckland, and we're underway with the Phoenix Thunder dumping the puck in.
Yeah, and Swarm actually playing their 3rd away trip in 3 consecutive weekends as well. So went to Christchurch, Queenstown last weekend, and now here in Dunedin, Matt.
Getting those out of the way could be good. Allows you to settle in at home for the next few rounds, but.
I really think so. Get those away games out the way, get back home, start playing some good hockey again, and try start thriving before the finals start.
Swarm moved this one up to Stepanek, who gets hit by Darley, but finds his way around, just lost it at the blue line. Darling transitioning into defence tonight with those injuries we talked about. A quick shot on there from
Jacko.
Right. Up around the boards, can't keep it in. Darlene is through the middle. Kozak just couldn't hold on to it. He had some pressure from Stitley.
Good pace to start this night off, Matt. If this is what's happening tonight, I could imagine what we've got installed for the rest of the game or tomorrow night.
Watch for the big long passes on this huge sheet of ice. Stepanek Couldn't fire it through Flight's legs. Shot goes bouncing around behind the net. And Darling for the Phoenix Thunder will chip it off the boards into the neutral zone. Quick pass up ice for the Swarm. They dump it in. Head for a change.
Yeah, all 5 of them will change, and 4 players there for the Thunder as well, as Stitley will come away with it.
Finds Enright. He chipped it ahead. Cross for the Swarm. Through the middle. Cross to Fontaine, who takes a quick shot on Shuck, and Shuck with the first save of the night for the Phoenix Thunder.
Yeah, Jackson Fontaine getting his first look and goal here this evening. Scored a nice soft backhand, as he said on Canada's corner throughout this week. But yeah, his line with Ivan Dalmatel really looking good at the moment.
Pryor passes across. Shot down low, looking maybe for that deflection in front. Pryor again putting it on net. Played out by Shuck. The young line out there for the Swarm. Trying to win the puck back off the Phoenix Thunder. Trying to move this one out. They get it to Tyon, who fanned on it. Sent back in. Whitson Lee not pressuring Lily too much. And Tyon this time can put it through the middle. Wasn't quite sure whether that was going to be an icing or not.
Yeah, the Thunder definitely started this game well, Matt. They're pressuring the Swarm when they do have the puck. Only getting in a couple of look-ins here early on.
The big ice, neutral zone pressure is quite important. Not allowing those long stretch passes to find the man skating through the middle. Going to be on your man pretty quick. That pass misdirected. It's going to go all the way down, and it will be the first icing of the game.
Yeah, Hopkinson unable to corral that pass. I think it came either from Voronov or Jonsson, but unable to touch it, so we will get an icing. Matt, I'm going to say it once again, this is the coolest ice rink in the country, I've got to admit.
We definitely are spoiled down here in Dunedin. We are very spoiled, especially with the way the ice gets treated.
Absolutely. There was even a dry cut, then a wet cut before the game. So
we didn't have a public session on beforehand, so it's plenty of time for the ice groomers to do their work, which is fantastic. Plenty of work down low here from the Thunder in the corner. Ortis takes a shot, not the hardest shot, and Kennedy has no trouble covering that one up.
Yeah, and Ortis getting a quick shot off there. Kind of put Kennedy under a little bit of pressure, but he's looking to stand tall here tonight, as he's done so far all this season.
He would have been massively disappointed with that second game last weekend, so he'll probably trying to bounce back tonight with a big performance. Wonfer putting some pressure on down low. The first sign for the Thunder still out there. Swarm bring it out though. Turn it back. And Hyde putting lots of pressure on there. Stepanek just goes back. Still with it, Stepanek. Hay looking for a big cross ice pass. Just hits the linesman's skates. Thunder able to pick it up.
Quite fortunate there. I think Kozak probably would have got that and been inside the attacking zone for the Swarm.
Yeah, Thunder player was just coming off the bench. Puck goes out in front. Darling tips it ahead. Doesn't get it out. Stepanek, can he fire it off? No, he can't. He's got too much pressure on from Jackson Flight. Alice looks up ice. Thunder looking dangerous if they can get something towards the centre. They get one deflected up high, and it's been rung around the boards and out. Stitley will have to chase it back. Yeah,
great work there by Jacko Flight. Putting the pressure on Stepanek and not letting him get a shot off or get a pass off. And going the other way, try to get something going there for the Thunder.
Gregory took a pass off his foot. Darling trying to chip this one up. Gregory got pressure on from Dalmatow. Whitson Lee, another one off the boots of the linesman, just negates that entry into the zone. Darling turns, weakly picks it up. Whitson Lee though, just did enough to slow the play of the puck. Darling again. surveys his option, takes his time, puts a high puck up ice for Enright. He's lost it, turns it over. It's Whitson Lee. Steps in, gets it poked away from him. Tyon trying to chase it down, can't do so. Simon. Fontaine now with it. Swarm struggling to just move this puck up the ice. Almost a turnover. Trying to fight through. It was Aguirre.
You know, and it's such a battle to get the puck out of the zone here because it's massive ice. You can almost throw a clearing attempt and it's probably going to get stopped somewhere before the blue line.
Yeah, you've really got to make those passes. Make those passes count. McDonald throws it in deep. Shark will play. Oh, he's played it on the far side and turnover. And they've scored with Hopkinson. Shark left it for no one.
Oh, no.
It's a huge error,
Sharks had a
unfortunately.
howler.
I'm not sure who was in behind the net, but all they had to do was put a soft little pass out in front for Whitson Lee, for Hopkinson. And the Swarm have got the lead here after 6 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah, credit to Hopkinson, though, for that attacking nous. Kind of read the play, and then Vodanov just gave him a backhand pass right into the crease, and it was a simple tap home there for Richie Hopkinson.
Well,
not a goal they wanted to give away, Matt.
Not the sort of thing that you'd be happy with as a coach. Just a miscommunication between the goalie and the defender, going to the wrong side. Swarm play this one up. Marcus McDonald to Sandoy, who just turned it over. 1 foot. He's got Hyde. He's going to step into the zone. Can't get it around. Number 25. I'm not sure who 25 is. Whoop. We're going to be in the way of the camera there, mate, if we turns around. Paris Hyde in behind. Leaves it for Ordis. Hyde again, turn it around. And Ordis couldn't fire the shot off. Just got tied up. Stepanek looks to Atwell. Botany was going for a change. Atwell's just going to send this one in.
Receives a good hit on the boards there. I think it was from Hyde.
Another chance. Stepanek out in front. Goes to the backhand and he scores. Another pass out in front and a man all alone again for the Swarm. And it's deja vu for the Thunder against the Swarm.
And not the guy you want to give the puck to there, Matt. Peter Stepanek.
Peter Stepanek. Stepanek does work, but Peter Stepanek is definitely not the man you want to give. You want to leave line alone in the middle of the ice, right in front of your goalie.
Absolutely not. I think the refs can have a quick talk about this one, Matt. Not sure what they... It's either going to review it or give the goal. There's only really two options anyway.
Yeah, and, you know, I don't see why I wouldn't count. It seemed pretty...
Yeah, it seemed legit.
Seemed legit, yeah. And, yeah, like I was saying, deja vu. Last time the Phoenix Thunder played the Swarm up in Auckland, that first game, like I think I counted 4 or 5 times, and the Swarm just had players in front of the net. No one on them, not even within a stick sling. Then it's just passing out in front. It's just defensive coverage, and I think Coach Leckland will be not happy. And there's a chance again. Fontaine was just in the middle of the ice.
Yeah, Dalmatel working there, almost got a pass off there.
He had got it away. I think Fontaine was all alone. Kennedy with a soft weak catch, like he's in the outfield, gloves it down.
3 outs. Side away.
2 so far. Smallish sort of a crowd on here on a Friday night. It's not the biggest crowd we've seen here in Dunedin.
Well, there is a Super Rugby game on tonight, semi-final.
Oh, yeah, but it's Crusaders and the Blues. Come on. No one in Otago cares very much about that. No one in Dunedin has much care. Hopkinson trying to centre it. Let's talk about the real sport on the ice. Here we go. Hopkinson and Botany off out there. Johnson looks to the centre, just over the stick of Hopkinson. Simon puts it down low. Weekly able to pick it up. Enright though with some pressure on him. Gets it up to Agrier, who fires into the chest, bouncing for Tyon, who just couldn't get much wood on it. Johnson steps in, gets hit hard by Darling, who wasn't letting him through. Tyon
not.
To the centre, oh, just out of the reach of Stiley. Puts it down low, couple of changes though. Tyon has to leave the ice. It gives the Swarm a bit of a chance to slow things down. Marsh up the boards. Gets sent back in by Max Simpson, one of the younger players for the Phoenix Thunder. Stepanek with a huge pass up to Atwell, who collects it well. Slows things down, throws it to the far side. Stepanek through the middle, across the ice to Marsh, who fires it. He had lots of time there, he put it wide of the near post.
Yeah, Marchie with a golden opportunity there. Just lifted it high over the crossbar.
Here he is again, looks back to Cryor. Tipped ahead by Atwell. Winfoot to Lewis up the boards. Trying to work his way through the neutral zone. Still with it. Takes a long shot and Kennedy will drop it. Dula has to do a quick turn. He's got Hyde on him. Hyde looks to the centre. No way that's going to get to the player though.
Yeah, that would have been a great pass there from Hyde trying to find Lewis.
Here's a chance for the Swarm. Shot goes wide. Kept in by Cryo, who puts it low out of the glove of Shuck. Woodfield left it behind. Puts it head on. Still with it, the Swarm. Oh, and just out of the wheelhouse of Cryo, who did well to hold on to it. Couldn't keep it in though. Marcus McDonald to the centre. Dalmatau pulls up, puts a little low shot on. Shuck saw that one coming though. Weekly. Winfield will pick this one up. No one on the boards here, so he turns it back for Weekly. For Gregory, who lost it. Swarm picking up the spoils, moving it back in. Here comes Simon. Going down low. And behind, going out front now. Shot from Vortanoff. Just going wide. Alice gets this one over the blue line. But as soon as they get it over the blue line, the Swarm are all over them. They're turning it over in their neutral zone.
I think the Thunder defensemen just need to either step up a little bit earlier and have that man covering behind, or they've got to find a way to drive them a bit more wide.
Ooh, a chance just out of the reach of Alice. Swarm get it out. Darling, his pass off the boards is going to go all the way down and draw the call for icing. We're at 12 minutes gone here. Thunder have struggled a little bit for that consistent of puck movement. They're not sort of getting the passes connecting 1, 2, 3. They're just getting broken up by the Swarm.
Yeah, the Swarm definitely coming out hard here in the first period. I'm sure they knew that the Thunder would, but they're doing really well to contain them so far. The Thunder probably just need to go a little bit more defensive thinking first and then work on the attack a little bit later on.
So many plays start from your own end. That breakout, if that breakout's working for you, then it just starts to connect at the back, at the front end as well. And Flight trying to skate that one out, gives it up. Kozak fighting for it though. It's Darling who comes away with it. He turns it over. Stepanek was all over him. Flight though with an intercept. Up ice, he's got no one with him. Enright was just a little bit late to the party. But his little bit of pressure there after that found a funny bounce off the back boards makes Canada make a save or at least cover it.
Yeah, Jacko Flight looking pretty good here though for the Thunder, making a couple of defensive interceptions here early on. You know, Kozak was sitting in front of the net then, but he turned it over, went all the other way and got a shot off. And it actually didn't miss by much either.
Agria stood up there in the neutral zone. He's got it back against it to Simpson, who fires a shot high over the helmet of Canada. Enright back down low for Simpson. Puts it in the corner for Enright. Looks to the top for Wantford. He fires one low. Kept it in though, but Fontaine was fighting hard. And here he is, Fontaine. Looks back for Dalmatow, who sends it in. Dalmatow has got someone going to the front of the net. Does a little bit of a move, goes to the backhand. Kept out by Shark, and a hand pass called by a referee.
And how good does Dalmatow look though, Matt? You know, he's...
We talked about him up in Auckland, didn't we? He just looks phenomenal for such a young player.
18 years old, and he looks as elite as anyone out there.
Portis sends this one in for the Phoenix Thunder. Funny bounce off that door. Every rink's got one. Lilly couldn't keep it in. He has to fight off the advancing Swarm player. Hyde has it in Portis in the high slot. Pass can't come through.
Yeah, tough angle shot, but Canada getting a good glove on that to shut that attacking chance down there for the Thunder.
I like the look of the lineup with Paris Hyde and the two younger players. Once they get going, I think that line is going to be really good for the Thunder this weekend. They just need to find the puck in the zone and get some control.
Yeah, that's kind of what the Swarm do. They normally have Polozov on the line with Dalmatow and Marcus McDonald. You know, having a real experienced guy with a couple of younger players under him, they just kind of get them working harder. You know, They can growl them. It's all good.
Just that veteran presence and, you know, the smarts to make those plays.
100%.
Marsh will step into the zone. Turns back, looks to the point. Hay across to Vatanov. I always say his name about 5 different times, differently. Vortanov. Alice. Just a lane. Puck is bounced in behind the net for Flight. He's got a man in front, but he just couldn't find Alice. And we've got a whistle. Play will be face off in the neutral zone for... I didn't quite catch the call. What happened there?
Didn't see that either there, Matt. We'll have to get confirmation from the ref.
Don't forget, you can head on to the stats page. I'm not sure if I've got the exact website. Oh, I do. stats.iihf.com/NZIHF/122/index.html. Maybe just go to stats.iihf.com
or just the NZIHL website.
Yeah, and just go on there and use the drop-down menus to find the stats page. Go on to the Hydra and follow all the action. Get the calls that you don't see, that we don't see. Nice move here from the Swarm. Shot on. Shuck will save that one, though. Who was that skating
That was
through?
Dula.
Haven't seen him too much from the back. Maybe just warming up for the night.
Yeah, he likes to blossom into a game, but that was a really good scoring opportunity he actually had. Saw him all summer long in the BHL. It's kind of what he used to do, go coast to coast, but he's that type of guy who knows he can do that, but he will always give that pass to a guy in a better position, so it makes him a real good team player.
Yeah, well, I think we all know players who can do that. They love to set plays up.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, I've done it once or twice. Bit of a delay there. The referee picking up some sort of equipment from...
Only once or twice when there's just a couple cones on the ice? Or?
Yeah, pylons, and Sandal's pass goes down low. Simon. It is a power play for the Swarm. Wilson is in the box for 2 minutes. Stepanek winds up and his hard shot goes past the far post. Kept in well though.
Very well.
By Atwell. Up the top to Sandoi. Across to Atwell, who fires a low blast. Just out of the reach of Stepanek. Hyde's got it. Doesn't have much options though. He takes it to the corner. Trying to kill some time down low. He's got a man in front. It's Ellis, but the pass is onto his backhand. Ellis still has it. Lots of time being killed off here by these penalty killers. And now they've exhausted, they'll go for a change. Paris Hyde at least. Sandoi happy to skate this one up. Leaves it for Stepanek.
You know, when you've got Hyde and Ellis out there, they're going to work extremely hard to try to kill off any penalties that the Thunder do happen to get. Paris
Hyde loves a shorty. He loves a shorty. Sandoy's, his shot's a bit of a feather. Doesn't get much on it. Picked up by Ortis. What's his choice here? Leaves it for Wampa.
Took a hit there too from Vordanov on the boards.
Shot and Enright was looking for the tip, but Kennedy can save that one as he got nothing on it. Just over 3 minutes left in the first period. Swarm leading 2-0. All the action in the first 10 minutes of the period. We've got 23 seconds left on the power play for the Swarm. They haven't had a lot going on here at the moment.
No, definitely not. They probably look better 5-on-5, to be honest, Matt. But hey, it is the first power play of the night. I think they've actually changed a bit of personnel in their power play and penalty kill lines. I'm not sure if they've actually reverted back to what we saw when the Thunder were up in Auckland, but yeah, hey, definitely not much going though in the power play so far.
Darling just sends that one back down, and it's going to leave 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Probably not enough time to really set up. One last rush if they can move it. Ordenoff trying to dangle around Lily, who wasn't letting him do that. And we're back to equal strength. Ordenoff steps in, fires a hard shot right into the breadbasket of Shuck, who drops it for flight. Lewis couldn't get it out. Atwell dances around into the corner. Gets it down low. Johnson, backhand, but loose in front. Fontaine could not get a shot away. Orders to Wampa. Tips it ahead for himself. Orders trying to dangle his way through a couple of players. He's still got it out in front. Doesn't get past the stick of Kennedy up to the top. Shot from Wilson. That's wide. Another turnaround shot by Flight. Picked up by Ordis on the far side to Wilson.
Some hard shots being shot here tonight, Matt, I've got to admit.
Hey, some of those shots from the point will just find their way through if you take enough of them. Thunder trying to play on the right end of the ice at the moment. Swarm just get it out after a good shift there from the Phoenix Thunder. Jacko Flight gets around Delmtel, only just didn't hold the puck. And a nice pass up for the Swarm to get going. Stepanek trying to find the man in the centre, just couldn't get it through Steitley. Simon takes a shot and tipped in. Oh, what a tip from Delmtel. That was a beautiful.
You've got to be kidding me.
That was some fantastic hand-eye coordination. The lane just opened up for Simon, and Shuck had no chance on that one.
That's got to be one of the best redirect tip-in goals I've seen. Like, it was gone at the right post. It went just inside the left post.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better result from that. It was perfect. And with just over a minute left, it gives the Swarm the 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Enright just gone a little bit early there on the face-off, so head ref Tyler Hazelmore will call that back.
Right, I'm just loading up the stats page now because I've been well behind.
There goes Wickley.
Ooh, fanned on his little...
He's a big frame, isn't he?
He is a big boy. He's got a lot of height on him.
Uh-oh.
Dalmatau again, makes a move around Lilly. His shot just might have got deflected by Lilly, I think. He takes a shot on the shoulder there.
Yeah, good clean hit there by Lilly.
Lilly wasn't happy about almost being beat there. Swarm in behind the net, trying to get themselves free. Defence from the Thunder working hard to keep it out of the danger areas. Pillage. Turns it back down low. Nice cycling here from the Swarm. Sandoy, his shot gets deflected in behind, and that brings us to the end of the first period, and a very successful one for the Swarm, Bryce.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, the travelling team coming down here and working very hard in the first period. They got rewarded with 3 goals, so I'm sure they're going to go into that locker room and say, hey, good on you boys, just keep it up, keep doing those things. But the Thunder probably, like I said a little bit earlier, just need to shut down that offensive rush that the Swarm will get. Like, it's either, you got 2 options, either track back and then try snipe them by stepping in, or play a bit of a higher line. It's tough though. It's tough.
Hopefully the coaches can get into the change room and make some of those adjustments over the first intermission. Recapping the scoring, it was Richie Hopkinson off a Robin Vultanov feed. That was just too easy. That was a mistake by Shuck.
Yeah.
And then Peter Stepanek found himself in front all alone off a feed from Kozak. Michael Atwell getting the assist on that one as well. And then Ivan Dalmatau, assisted by Luke Simon and Peter Stepanek, putting the Swarm up 3. Intermission here is always something that we like to talk about as one of some of the better intermission entertainment here, Bryce. So
what goes on? There's a couple of rubbish bins getting put out on the ice.
Yeah, so this one is the human slingshot.
Okay.
So we've got a giant bungee cable being harnessed across the ice.
Yeah.
And as you can see, our participants coming out on the ice down the far end there.
With looks like mini bobsleds.
With sleds, yeah, mini bobsleds.
Wow.
And we've got...
I'm excited already.
We've got a couple of... Where is that? We've got 4 participants. We've got Murray, Matt and Jess, and also Ruben.
Oh, I see what's going to probably happen here, Matt.
Yes, Ruben, Gaynor's grandson. Doing this. So yeah, so basically
they 10-pin bowling, but human on sleds.
Yes, it is, and I've done it, and it's really fun, and it's quite fast when you're on the ice. Up here, you know, with the perspective thing, it doesn't look so fast, but trust me, you're fair flying. There's no prizes, I don't think, apart from just having a bit of fun. But I like to pretend. I like to pretend that there's some sort of competition and how many buckets you can take out. If you break a bucket, extra points.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can say, hey, I bowled a strike with my own human body on ice.
This is the first contestant. Yeah, there's some good speed. He's got some spin. Oh, 4 buckets, and he's broken one. And I don't know if you recognise the music playing, Bryce. It's the Angry Birdstone play. Oh, shouldn't say that. It's generic.
Yeah, it's
generic music.
No copyright in that.
No copyright infringements here. Don't forget, folks, to head on to the @Phoenix Thunder Instagram page to vote for the Kia Photos Player of the Day. Setting up the buckets for contestant number 2.
Do you reckon you can, once you've been let go, you reckon you can steer the ship?
I don't think. You'd have to be wearing gloves like they are, and you'd have to grip into the eyes. This one's gone wide.
Oh, no. He's got one, though.
He got one. He touched one of the second one, but really lost track of the direction on that one.
I guess you can kind of pull the rope a little bit one way to try and get a little bit of turn, but...
Yeah, it's David and Sonia and I think Junior are out there at the moment, who do the yanking of the bungee cord. David and Sonia got crampons, like climbing crampons. to get that extra. Oh, he's lost it. Oh, he leaned back too much.
He knew it too. He was absolutely flying.
Lucky his shirt stayed down. Otherwise, is he going to have another go? They're going to give another one? Nah, get off the ice. So no points for him. Clearly, no points for him. They need some big, strong men pulling that thing right to the back, eh? But then again, you probably don't have enough padding down the end of the ice to really save you from flying into their boards.
Hey, name of the game is to stay on your sled though, right?
Yeah, don't lean back too much. Contestant number 4 is away.
Oh, looks good. Looks
nice
really
and straight. Arms out and 5 buckets, 4 buckets. Oh, yeah, 5 buckets.
She'll be the winner.
That's the winner for sure.
Definitely the winner.
That's definitely the best. Right, we are going to take a break, Bryce.
Yep. Maybe
get a drink. Maybe hopefully I've got some hot chips ready to go from my son, who I told to get them ready for me.
Yep, a couple of hot dogs.
So we'll have a wee break, and we'll be back soon for period 2. Swarm leading the Phoenix Thunder 3-0.
Staying in peak physical form out here on the ice means we got to put the time at the gym too. Anytime Fitness. Get to a healthier place.
Welcome back, folks, to the Dunedin Ice Stadium with period 2 just about to get underway. The Phoenix Thunder hosting the Botany Swarm. Good period for the Swarm there, 3-0 after 20 minutes.
Yeah, but not a bad period there from the Thunder. You know, they came out with a bit of a hiss and a roar, but the Swarm just getting a couple of goals and trying to take the momentum out of the Thunder, but they're really going to have to dig deep and try to get back in this game, Matt.
Yeah, the Thunder making a couple of errors in front of their goal, leaving players alone. Hopefully the coaches have gone into the change room. We've talked about that with their players, try and sort of rectify some of those mistakes. But we've got 20 minutes for period 2, just about to get underway. Hopefully the camera has turned off us as we turn our backs and we focus on the ice.
Yeah,
Phoenix
just repairing I think a little bit of a hole there in the crease. So
don't be Rui. Off the boards for Atwell. He left it for Marsh. Around the boards. Kozak back to Dalmatau on the point. Put it down low, but it was the Phoenix Thunder picking it up, sending it down. It'll be icing as no one got anything on that one. Did you sort out the problem, Bryce, with your whatever the problem might have been down there?
yeah, I think the one of the cords came a little bit loose, but can you hear me correctly now, Matt?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
All good.
There's a lot of cables down there. Spaghetti Junction. I don't want to touch anything.
Fair enough.
I just leave it.
I didn't really do too much in IT either.
No, and I don't even know where any of those cords are actually going. There are all a lot of cords and there's plugs, but which one is which?
But at least we do have probably the best seat in the house.
Yeah, we can't complain. Shot there from the point, got panted out by Shuck. Enright. Looks through the middle for Tyon, and it's just directed on net, but Canada had no trouble as it just softly floated into his blue paint.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Matt, but I would love to see old Matty Enright get a little bit more comfortable with trying to go through people, and I don't mean crashing through them, probably just deking around them or putting the puck in between legs or something, because he's pretty crafty with the puck on his stick.
Lily is a shot, and it just goes wide. Yeah, you're right. Enright he's got some pace, and if he just gets that one move, he does elect to go around people a lot because he has got a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And this, I've noticed this year, he's loving the old burn into the zone and take a long slap shot.
Oh, absolutely. My God.
He's loving that. He's loving it. Into the zone and then just winds up. Takes a big slab shot. He hasn't scored one, but when it happens, it's going to be good. And face off for the Swarm.
It's Jacko with it for the Swarm. Lost it, though.
Yamutau gets it over the blue line. Sent back in by Wilson. Thula will pick it up. Almost turn it over to Gregory. Flight to Gregory. He goes to the net, and Thula takes down. Oh, nice shot from Flight. Couldn't get it past Kennedy, but we will have a penalty.
Yeah. Tula unlucky to actually get out of the zone as he tried to put it through one of the Thunder players' legs, but then kind of just got on a 2-on-1 against him and tried to throw the stick. So he's actually, yeah, a little bit unlucky, but it's definitely the right call.
So it is the first power play for the Phoenix Stadium Thunder. The Swift contracting power play is underway with Jackson Flight trying to win the face-off. Hyde in the corner trying to fight for it. Nice clearance from the Swarm.
Yeah, looks like it is that Hopkinson, Johnson sync going on here for the power play for the Swarm.
Paris Hyde out there with Flight. Ordis, who's got the puck now. He's got Darlene waiting behind him, and Wanfer at the point. Back to Darlene. Looks across for Hyde. Looks and waits. Darlene with a shot, and he's off the side of the net.
The light went off too.
The light did go off. Goal judge getting quite excited. Paris Hyde down low for Ordis to Flight, who takes a shot, and he's put it right into the glove of Kennedy.
I wouldn't. Hey, you can call that a good save all you like, but it pretty much did go right into the glove there, Matt. So
yeah, he did put it right into the glove. But that was some great puck movement from the Phoenix Thunder there.
Oh, it was insane. You know, Darling finding one foot back to Darling, and then finding, I think it was Hyde on this far side. So
yeah, his little pass through the middle there. I'm surprised no one got anything on it. It looked like just needed someone to tap it in. And of course, I got excited anyway. I almost called a goal there, but I shouldn't. I should wait till I def his head. Oh man, in front, it's Fontaine who goes sky high with that one. Yeah, I think he was too surprised how good that chance was.
You can see the expression on Jacko Fontaine's face there. He's like, man, I should have put that one home.
Yeah,
he's an absolute character as well, Jacko Fontaine. Haven't really had too much to deal with him, but obviously on the flight here and a couple of van trips, he's quite the guy.
A life of the team sort of guy.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely a character in the team.
Yeah, it's quite nice travelling with the team. You get a little bit of a different feeling, you know. You kind of get into that team culture sort of thing. You start to see who likes to stand out from the crowd, who the mischief makers are.
Absolutely. And the Swarm have got a couple of those.
Well,
Saturday night hasn't really come upon us yet, so...
Yeah, and you know what? Goes on tour, stays on tour, right?
100%.
Lewis with the puck on the far side. And he just played himself into a corner there, just sort of like a little bit too close. Didn't really have anywhere to go. Stiley plays it across for Enright. Gregory elects to pull this one out to the side. Just about over the power play. Slightly fires this one. Looking for the tip was Enright. And he is a wee weird with Kennedy.
Yeah, Stiley, not really the biggest guy out there, but he can absolutely whip a wristy off pretty quickly.
The whippet, you can call him. He's a slight guy, but he's shifty, he's crafty, skates well, And that shot was definitely on the direction of the goal. Just Matt Enright failed to get a tip on there. So power play is over. The swift contracting power play comes to nothing for the Phoenix Thunder, as good as it looked in that first sort of minute or so. Johnson found Hopkinson, who pushes it forward. One for Ed Simpson on this close side, who puts it up through the middle. Wilson just got it up over the blue line. Johnson has to wait.
Oh, Hopkinson looked like he got an elbow there unintentionally from Wanfer, but he'll be all right.
Bit messy over there on the far side, that brief period of play. No one really pushing the puck forward or going up ice. Anything. Johnson, though, trying to dance around Wilson there. Wanfer just in behind Simpson. Rolf will send this one in, and the Phoenix Thunder will get some fresh legs out there. Like Vordenoff.
Yeah, he didn't get anything on that. Tried to,
He did not get anything on it. I think if Darling.
you gotta watch yourself if you got Darling behind you.
Yeah, Darling was creeping up behind, waiting for Vordenoff to pick up the puck and put the big hit in. And I think he just checked himself because Vordenoff got nothing on it. Hyde, who will take the draw up against Atwell. Atwell with a humongous 15 assists this year so far.
Honestly, that guy has found another gear this season. I don't know what it is. Maybe now that he's had a couple of kids, life's good. He's just playing with all his heart. So shout out to Candace at home if you're watching.
Chance with the Phoenix Thunder. Parasite had an opportunity on a second chance. Yeah, he's playing great hockey. Good pass across to Johnson. Just a bit of a floater, and he couldn't pick it up cleanly. Comes out in front and just fired it off the blocker of Shuck.
Some space there too above the shoulders.
There was. I don't think Shuck was harder up against the side of the net there. Ellis. He's got Lewis with him. Plays it back to Hyde. He fires. It's loose. And Lewis didn't know it was there. I think we all thought it was going high up into the netting. And Lewis had the puck in between his feet and just didn't realise it. Here comes the Phoenix Thunder again. This time Lewis can't get around Kozak. Here's the body. Another one out in front. Another loose puck gets pushed out to the corner.
Hey, Thunder got to be happy with their scoring chances here lately in the last 5 minutes, Matt. You know, they're actually really looking good going forward.
Yeah, they looked dangerous a couple of times here in the second period. We've got a penalty on Peter Stepanek. He's confused. He's going to go for a hook, which will give us another power play, a swift contracting power play for the Phoenix Thunder. They're going to bring out the second power play group. No, it looks like they're going to bring out the first power play group. Parasite, who was just on a while ago, comes back out. Stepping through the middle was Fontaine there. Takes it down low. Avoids a hit from Darling.
He's good, isn't he, Fontaine?
Yeah, speedy.
Just a boy too.
Hyde goes right through the middle. Gets his stick lifted as he tried to fight through. And he couldn't get a shot away. Good defence there from the Swarm. Recognising that's one of the most dangerous players on the ice. Pass across to Darling. Finds flight. Left it for Hyde. Delays. For Wampa. Fires a low shot. Kicked out by Marsh and is fired down by the Swarm. Changes there for the Swarm. We'll get some fresh power penalty kill legs out there. Gregory brings it in. Down low, tries to play around the boards for Enright. Wanfer Looking for a lane, he shoots, and that's easy for Kennedy. He had a great view of that one.
Yeah, one for probably needing to put a little bit more on that shot. And no traffic in front of Kennedy, so he's going to easily see that all the way. But hey, they've got Enright and Ellis out there now for the Thunder. Hopefully they can do something here.
Face off back to Stiley. Gregory back down low for Alice. To the top for Gregory, fires one. And the Swarm clear it out. The shot was up high. Not a great chance for the deflection in front on those type of shots. Got to keep them a little bit lower. Stiley skates. Passes up to Enright. Steps in. And gets it taken off him by Thula with a good stick. And here he is again.
Yeah, I think Enright maybe just lost control of that, trying to cut into the inside there.
Trying to dangle around someone like you wanted him to.
Absolutely, and he
Right.
almost pulled it off, Matt.
Headwell looking for the back play in front, and he just wasn't ready for the pass back from Stepanek. He's got players going to the net. Stepanek, and a great chance there. Kozak put a hard shot onto the pads of Shuck. This will be icing. Stepanek jumps back on the ice and immediately makes an impact. A couple of great opportunities there for the Swarm.
Yeah, that's a big IQ pass right there, Matt. Thinking Atwell's going to probably crash to the back net, but he kind of thought his job was done there. He got a pass back to the hot man.
Yep. Stepanek's going to score. I'll just skate off the ice. Stepanek, that's a quick shot off the face-off. Puck goes up high. Atwell playing it out in front. Stepanek turns and shoots. Toby Shuck doesn't know where it is. It's in the corner for Kozak. Trying to escape Gregory. And behind for Stepanek. Centers it. This time, Kozak doesn't receive the pass as the Phoenix Thunder defense read that one. Enright dancing around one, not two. Here comes Dalmatau. He's got a couple of players with him. And just off the end of the stick of Kozak. Kozak shoots low, kicked out by Shark. Dangerous play out in front there from the Phoenix Suns. Dalmatau on the backhand, goes between the legs.
Oh my God!
You are kidding me. That is a
joking.
fantastic between the legs goal from Dalmatau. And this kid is unbelievably talented.
Take a bow, Ivan Dalmatau.
He was going on the backhand, and I picked the backhand shot coming, but
no way. No way.
I hope you caught that at home because that is spectacular.
In between the legs.
The audacity of this young man to pull that off.
Get out of here.
If only we were all so good and talented. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I've done that before. On NHL PlayStation game.
I was going to say, on purpose? That is freakish.
I can't wait to see a replay of that, Matt.
Yeah. That was pretty damn good.
That's easily goal of the season so far.
Right.
Oh,
Darling puts a big hit
on Marcus McDonald.
Yeah, one of the littlest kids on the ice.
Hey, well, if you're old enough to play in this league, you got to get hit like one, right?
That's right. That's right. Darling does like to line up the big hits. So if it's on the ice, you've got to keep your head up.
Definitely.
But Marcus McDonald back on his feet. Out there with Dalmatau and Fontaine, I think. Yeah.
Yep, Jacko.
Marcus McDonald will send it in. Lily's got Hopkinson coming in, trying to take the puck away. But he gets it to Gregory. Plays it to Weekly. Off the boards, Alice. Fighting to get it over the blue line. Thunder want to get something going here if they want to get back into this game. It's 4-0. Risk of this game blowing out too far. they don't get something on the board soon. They got 7 minutes left in the second period. Certainly they've looked a little bit more dangerous this period. Wardenoff finds Thula. Little pass there, shot on Shark, who got it in the pads.
Yeah, Tula almost finding a sneaky little pass there to Johnson.
The way he went to the backhand, I thought he was going to go between the legs. Do you think he can do it? He's got the skills, probably.
Honestly, probably.
Probably.
I don't think he'd try it, though. I don't think he's that type of guy. But
you got to have that sort of, that young man's mentality to do something like that in the middle of a game.
Honestly, that was outrageous, Matt. I don't think I've
We can
seen
stop
one
talking
of
about
those
it
in
now,
the league.
Bryce.
I remember I was actually on the flight today, and Richie Hopkinson showed me a video of him doing it at a.
Oh, really?
So they played for the Travelling Goons, which is kind of like a BHL team.
Oh, yeah, I've played for them before.
Yeah, we are them, right? Yeah, so they went over for an Aussie trip, and he got a goal like that. It was kind of stopped on just before the goal line to the left of the post. Goalie was a little bit out, so it was nice, but it wasn't Dalmatown nice.
It wasn't Dalmatown nice. It's a new benchmark. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's some discussion going on. That's why there's a pause in the game. The referee's having a chat with the captains. And while we're at it, I might as well read out the rest of the sponsors for the Phoenix Thunder. I got as far as Kia Photos, who, don't forget, head to the @Phoenix Thunder Instagram page to vote for your player of the day. Dunedin Ice Stadium bringing us this fantastic service and the facilities we enjoy.
So good.
Emerson's Brewery, down there at the near the university for a drink and a feed. Anytime Fitness, Lickland Anderson's Bay, More Drainage, Swift Contracting, new sponsors for this year. As Shuck plays that one out of the danger zone.
You probably got to think the Thunder need to be the next team that scores here, Matt, or they'll be in a lot of trouble, which they seem to be in already.
Yeah, four goals is a hill to climb. If it's 3 goals and going into the last period, you're a little bit more likely to feel like you can still get into it. It only takes a goal, and then you're within 2, which is 1 goal away from being able to do something like pull the goalie towards the end of the game. And lucky slip there for the Swarm. Wantha fires a shot off the pads of Marsh, and his shot goes through the blue paint. Wantha to Hyde, who's got time to line up the shot. Backs it up. Wantha putting one, is loose in front, but Kennedy reaching out and gloving it. Alice was on the doorstep.
Yes, Hyde was thinking about winding up there. He had a couple of Swarm players literally in front of Kennedy, willing to stop that, so that's good to see. And that was actually Andy Hay getting up in there, so good to see him and his somewhat old skeleton willing to block the shots.
Somewhat old skeleton. Lovely terminology there for beating away around the fact that he might be not over the hill just yet.
Hey, he's played 250 games or something.
Ooh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
He's got 99 points for the Swarm so far.
That's at least 16 seasons. That was McLeish last season, this last weekend for the Admirals. 250 games, 16 seasons. Quite an impressive stretch of play that.
Yeah, Andy Hayes on actually 261.
Wow. Noah Gregory trying to find that soft little pass for Flight to jump onto. Just got stopped with a few bodies. Pillaged one of them. Simon will scatter out from behind his net. Gets it to Pillage. Works his way into the zone. Takes a shot. Blocked it out by Jacques Fontaine though. Picks it up. Takes a hit from Flight. Fontaine gets away from Flight. Puts it out in front. Played out by Shark. Gregory trying to get around Hraior. Gets it into behind though. Finds Aguirre, who just turned it over. Kept in by Wantha. No one there for the Thunder to put pressure on Dula. Although Tyon gets across just in time Mordenhoff up the middle. Johnson puts a shot through the legs. Shuck kicks it out. Hopkinson down low to Johnson. In front for Mordenhoff, whose shot just deflected wide. Hopkinson turning it back for Wampa to pick up for the Phoenix Thunder. Want to work the way out here. Johnson looks across, a shot from the Swarm, and it kept out by Shuck with a great arm save. Mordenhoff had a lot of time there. That's why you've got to get out of the zone. This time.
I think Johnson and Mordenhoff probably would have talked about that one a little bit later on if they got a goal.
Can't get his shot away. Yeah, you just, if there's a turnover in the blue line, just head towards the net. I'll put it there for you to pick up.
Yeah, those two link up really well though.
It is icing. That's the benefit of having players that are in the same team for many years. They become a second nature. You know, you can read them. You know exactly what they're going to do. And it's something that the Swarm are really enjoying this year with it's a lineup which is almost unchanged for a few years. But some bits and pieces coming and going, imports being them, but some of these players have been together for a long time, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. And just spending some time with them today, you can see that team vibe is just absolutely incredible, you know. And got to give big ups to Colin Vanderven, the head coach of the Swarm. You know, he really riles these boys up, gets them thinking hockey from the minute they leave that van till the end of the game, you know. It's really good to see. It's proper hockey.
Connor Rolfe will take the draw. Wins it back for Simpson. His pass in behind the net, all the way to the far side. Kept in by the Thunder. Marsh looks across for Hay. Bounces awkwardly, and he couldn't find it, but the Swarm got it out. Darling. Allen, he slipped over, and it'll be icing there as Thunder tried to enter the zone.
Yeah, Connor Rolfe receiving a good hit there from Atwell as he was about to go offside, and Atwell was actually just back checking, so he thought might as well.
Atwell's just helping him. You know, hey, you can't go offside here.
yeah.
You know.
No, don't touch up. You're right in the zone there, mate.
Yeah. Just trying to help.
See Lewis actually playing quite near that inside board for that face-off.
Yeah, I think Paris was trying to tell him to get a little bit closer, but he wasn't listening. You know, some young kids don't like to listen to their elders. Hay with a shot and looking for the tip with Stepanek. Kozak and across that pass there. Well, it was in the air. It would have been a tough. Lewis through the middle. Played out. Poke check from Kennedy. Shot through the crease by Ordis. Hyde can't pick it up behind the net. And trying to play it out was Hay. Ordis down low for Hyde. He tried to chop that one on net, but Kennedy in a good position there.
That would have been a nice one, Matt.
Lilly with a hard shot, and it's into the logo of Kennedy. Another chance for that line of Paris Hyde with Ordis and Lewis. The most dangerous looking line of the Phoenix Thunder tonight.
Oh yeah, Paris Hyde is just straight quality. Has been in this season, in this league for many years. I still rate him as probably the best ever New Zealand-born player in this league. And I'm sure that the Thunder would absolutely love him to travel away to games, but
yeah, he has done some miracle plays for the Thunder over the years, and I've really enjoyed calling the goals that he gets. Some of the breakaways, it's like he's shot out of a cannon. He's flying. Certainly saved a few for the Phoenix Thunder over the years. Oh, great chance in front.
Good save.
Fontaine. Shark coming across. That was...
Yeah, we had a couple of travelling supporters on the plane with the team today as well. And a couple of guys even mentioned, man, it's so good to see people travelling with the team, going to away games to the South Island. Like, it's huge for the boys, you know. If they know that some of their fans are actually travelling with them, like it's It's such good way to gain momentum even before you start the game.
Yeah, just a confidence boost. Oh, the Swarm are looking dangerous here. The players in front, puck is loose. Alice gets it out. Couldn't find Gregory, who was all alone through the middle of the ice. Turnover here, Gregory looking for Alice. Played away from him by Dalmatow. Back down low. Sandui though doing a good job on defense. Winning the puck. Nice pass up to Fontaine. Skates it in. Shot on Shark, it's loose. It just goes wide as players into that area in front of the goal. Anytime that young line is out there, Bryce, they're looking really dangerous.
Yeah, you pretty much can't call them young with the way they perform out there, you know. You think they're probably on line, they pretty much are almost line 2 or 3 out there.
They just got such good skills, really good vision as well.
But ultimately, they just work hard out there, you know.
Yeah, they've got something to prove, right? You know, they've got to prove to the coaches that they're worthy of being out there. Ooh, wow, that was a 1-goal period, so a bit of performance from the Phoenix Thunder.
Definitely.
Just the 1 goal for the Swarm. Some improvements for the Phoenix Thunder, but definitely some work to do.
Yeah, almost a 50-50 period. Probably the Swarm having the better scoring chances there. Thunder definitely looking a lot better than the first period. Definitely shutting down those offensive rushes that the Swarm will be getting. So if they can keep improving on that and actually get a couple of goals, they could be right back in this.
Yeah, they're not far away. If they get one, then maybe more will come. We've got some more intermission.
We do. I was about to ask that.
This one is a shoot the puck, shoot for cash. We have young Liam McNeil, which is Alan McNeil's youngest son.
Okay.
On the Brown watch at the Central Fire Station here in Dunedin. Born and bred Dunedin boy. So once they get that set up, he'll shoot the puck for a chance of winning a $100 voucher and a Phoenix Thunder t-shirt. I did this once.
Did you?
I did this once, yes. I went out there and they handed me a left-handed stick.
There we go.
And I'm like, I'm righty. Yeah, where's the right-handed stick? And they're like, well, we don't have any other stick. I'm like, oh, so what do? Do I shoot lefty or do I try and shoot a lefty right-handed?
Yeah, we actually do this one in Auckland, but you do shoot from half ice, and the hole in between that
tiny, yeah.
plastic barrier is, a lot smaller, a lot smaller. I've only ever seen one person win it. What do they win?
$100 voucher here.
Yeah.
So they get 3 opportunities, I think. Here's the first one. Looking,
wind
up for
shot
the slap.
too. Oh, close.
Just missed.
Did they get 3 chances?
I think they get 3. Another one, hard
There
shot.
it is. There it is.
An easy one, straight through the middle. What a sally too.
Wait. Better get back on that broomstick before you fly, mate.
That's good stuff. Didn't even need the 3rd shot there. Are you going to have it anyway? Why not? Put some sauce on this one.
Nothing to lose, right?
Oh, yeah. Quick fire. Who's going to do all 3 at once?
That'll be right. Miss all 3.
Lucky you didn't do that first time around. Yeah. Whoa. Watch out for our volunteers. Good stuff. Won himself $100 cash, maybe? That looked like could have been a $100 note being handed over there. Small crowd here cheering him on.
Good to see.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. We're going to have a break here. We've got 13 and a half minutes until period 3 with the Swarm leading 4-0. Don't go away, folks. Be back soon.
staying in peak physical form out here on the ice means we got to put the time at the gym too. Anytime Fitness. Get to a healthier place.
Righto, folks, we are back for period 3 here in Dunedin. Swarm leading 4-0. Bryce, it's a big hill to climb for the Phoenix Thunder.
Definitely is, after especially that goal from Ivan Dalmatau.
That goal from Ivan Dalmatau.
Can't wait to see that later on the video replay. But hey, I think that the Thunder just got to keep working hard. If they can get a couple of goals back, I think they could start to believe. But
yeah,
like you said, uphill battle.
Hey, last week against the Admirals up in Auckland, they made a bit of a comeback. They just lost momentum towards the end of the game after coming back within 2 goals after being, I think it was 5-1 or 6-1 down.
Yep.
They made a real push there. So if they can do that again today, which I certainly hope they do.
Oh, absolutely.
Then we can have ourselves a game here. But I think this line on the ice now, Paris Hyde, Jack Lewis, and they might have changed up. I think that's Gregory on the line up there. So a bit of a switch. This line hopefully can do it. Paris Hyde's the kind of guy that you just can't take your eyes off him for a moment on the ice because he'll slip in behind. I've seen, and a little bit of information that I didn't catch, but cameraman Josh Dickinson pointed out to me that Regan Wilson has just slipped off to the medical bay.
Right.
Looked to be limping, so if he's not on the ice, he might be able to go around the back of the rink and join the team, But trying to keep an eye
Sign
out.
a couple of signatures on the way too.
Absolutely, young fans. That leaves the Thunder short on defence, and they already are short on defence with a couple of injuries, with Morgan Blair and Tane Allen not taking the ice tonight. So
yeah, a couple of big names there as well. Morgan Blair having a couple of really good games when they were up in Auckland against the Swarm. So.
Nice pass across there, and Gregory just couldn't get his stick on it as Lewis drove hard towards the net. And now we have a penalty on Lewis for interference. Not a great start to the period for the Phoenix Thunder after what looked like a promising move down low. Giving away a penalty after that.
Yeah, definitely. So see, the penalty box is actually right next to the player bench. So I'm sure if the coach wants word with the person who's just copped a couple of minutes,
give them that stare,
Oh, yeah.
like their mother looking at you like when you've done something wrong. You just know.
Seen that all too much.
So the Swarm on the power play here, looking to extend their lead. Sandoy will fire one past the goalie, shucking into the back of the net, and it's a power play goal 15 seconds into it for the Swarm, extending that lead.
Yeah, it looked like Sandoy didn't actually have a lane to shoot through, but ended up like he did. I think Luke Simon was actually playing the screen there and kind of just got out of the way, and yeah, Shuck didn't really tend to see that.
Just the start the Swarm would have wanted to start the period, push that lead out. Don't give the team any dreams, the home team any dreams of coming back. Still a lot of hockey to play though.
I'll tell you what, Matt, I've only been in Dunedin for the first time for about 5 or 6 hours, and I think I like it more than Auckland. The people here are nice. They're really nice.
The people here are
They're
nice.
chill.
They are very chill. We like to think our pace of life is just a little bit slower and a little bit more relaxed down here.
I like it.
Mate, if you're into your beaches, don't forget to get out there. We've got some fantastic beaches. It is cold, but they're still nice to walk on, even in winter. Just don't go swimming. Nice pass out in front, and Enright gets a hook. He draws the penalty.
He's
Like Andy Hay, the veteran, will go to the box. It's a veteran play there, not allowing the player to get free and take a shot uncontested in front of your goalie. It's the kind of move you do when you're getting a little bit slow, a little bit old, a little bit slow. You reach in and you hook.
That's somewhat old skeleton, right?
Yeah, I do that all the time against the young guns in the Dill. Just they beat you with a simple step, and then you just reach out.
So you've learned the rule that you're not allowed to throw the stick at the puck carrier?
Yeah. It's in between the feet. It's a swift contract in power play for the Phoenix Thunder. Here's Parasite. If he's going to score, he wants to do it soon. Get his team into this game. Get them believing that they can shift momentum, turn the tide. Darling has it in this near boards. He puts it up top for Wamfa. Wamfa and Hyde change places. Wamfa steps in, but he lost it. Regained it. And he looks to the top. He fires it. Loose puck. Played out by the Swarm, and it's Dalmatau who puts it ahead. Getting some time on the penalty kill, Dalmatau. So he's doing it all. He's not just an offensive scoring machine. He can play responsible defensive roles too.
Oh, the kid's an absolute weapon. Can't wait to see him when he makes his Ice Blacks debut. And also, hopefully, we can keep Marcus McDonald in the country.
Nice tip in front from Enright, but Canada in great position to make the save. Yeah, the future is looking good for the Ice Blacks with young players on all teams making some fantastic strides forward in the last year or so. And just this year, the skill's phenomenal.
Oh, 100%. And I played baseball for a lot of years, Matt, and there was a lot of Americans that came over and scouted and actually saw the talent pool that New Zealand could actually throw into that sport, and it's exactly the same with ice hockey, you know. There's just so much talent. It's just all about that coaching at a really young age.
Swarm putting good pressure down low as the Phoenix Thunder can't get the puck out of their zone on the penalty, on the power play. Time running out here, just about to back to even strength now. Lewis got taken off the puck by Simon. And it's cleared out by the Swarm. That's an icing. Must have been just after the penalty ended.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Matt, you want to meet here a little bit earlier tomorrow? We'll play a game of curling. I've never played. I've always wanted to play because I've played a little bit of lawn bowls in my time.
Lawn bowls and curling,
believe it or not.
You'd think they're the same, but they're quite different.
No, yeah.
Quite different. Well, I mean, the way
same but different.
Yep. Same but different, but I've never actually played curling either. Stepanek, yeah, had Kozak with him, and Atwell. A little bit of interchange of passing there. Puck trying to get out in front. Still there. Don't want to give Stepanek any sniff of a shot in front of your net.
That's such a dangerous line, Matt. Kozak, Atwell, and Stepanek. It's crazy good.
They have been on fire this year. Stepanek, league leading goals, 13 goals, I believe, for him. And there's Dalmatau back into the action after a short time off the ice. Stepanek moves his way around, trying to look to the front. Weekly around the boards. Shot on net, almost deflected to the far side. Wamfa. He's got Andy Hay in front of him, trying to go around him. Andy Hay does enough. And pass across ice. Broken up by the Swarm. Fontaine trying to look down low. Well, Woodford did a good job there. He gets it across to Gregory's big pass up ice, just off the end of the stick of Lewis. Lewis hassling McDonald. Looks to the point for Darling. He puts a hard shot on and it goes wide of the net.
Great shot there by Tristan Darling.
He had time to wind up, didn't he? He got all of that. Lewis turns up ice. Thula steps to the middle, takes a shot. It goes wide of the blocker of Shuck. McDonald takes a shoulder from Hyde. Nice little move out in front. Just couldn't wrap it around.
Yeah, it was Jacko Fontaine trying a little backdoor wrap around.
Stopped on a dime. Hyde kicks it to his stick. Fires one. And it's just off to the side and couldn't knock it in. It was Gregory. Fontaine swinging around left and right, trying to find Hopkinson. Gregory up the boards. Alice is offside though. Stepping into the zone just a little bit too early. Kia Photos sponsoring the Player of the Day. Head to @PhoenixThunder Instagram page to vote for your Player of the Day. Who's it going to be?
Is that for just the Thunder or the game?
I'm pretty sure it's just the Thunder.
Yeah, fair.
You can try voting for. You can try voting for Ivan Dalmatel. Yes. Oh, nice shot there. Just goes wide. Jackson Fight with a good opportunity. Thunder with plenty of opportunities, just unable to tuck one in. Yeah, sharp angle shot goes into the corner. Wonfa will pick it up through the neutral zone.
He's a heck of a player, Ryan Wonfa.
Yeah, it's good to have imports back in the NZIHL this year. Johnson puts one off the pads of Shaku. Made that look more difficult than it might have been.
You know, a couple of years we didn't have imports, Matt, and I kind of thought, you know, after a couple of years, I was like, you know, I think this league is probably better without them, but, you know, when they do come back in, it's like you can see them boost their team.
Yeah.
Just makes everyone on their line or everyone in the whole team just want to play better for them.
Yeah, and a lot of the imports are actually quite generous in the way they can impart their knowledge. They like to get out there and help, you know, coach the youngsters. They'll get involved in the community. So it just benefits the whole hockey community, the club, all over. If they're the type of player that likes to get stuck in and make a positive impact, the level of play goes up too, which we all appreciate.
Oh, absolutely.
Turn over there from Correa.
Oh,
But he's lucky.
batted that out of mid-air with his hand, though. Good on him.
Yeah, he came back and fought hard to win it back. Stepanek put one across to Kozak. Eva Atwell trying to dangle his way to the middle of the ice. Defence, though, crowded around him. Stepanek out in front. Loose on the far side. Picked up by Lilly, who will bring it out.
Uh-oh. That's
And
off,
I think, Tyon just wasn't expecting the late move by Agrier coming through the middle of the ice there.
You can really hear everything in this ice stadium, can't you? All the bangs off the glasses, the hits, you can really feel it.
Echoes around
a lot, yeah.
this big stadium, the high roof.
And the awesome curling ice right behind us. Who's the guy who keeps in charge of the curling ice?
Reese.
Reese, if you're
Reese.
watching, hell of a job.
Reese is a heck of a ice care manager, I guess. Ice manager? I don't know, sure what the trade is to someone who looks after ice. But he gets around the globe actually.
Doing curling services? Or
I guess so.
nice.
He does do the Naseby. He gets up there in Naseby and does a bit of work out there. Fontaine trying to skate around Wamfa, who didn't make it easy. Allen tripped over. No call though. Trying to work it forward to Sandoy. Gets it through. He's got McDonald trying to go towards the net, but his shot on is kicked out by Shuck. Steitley trying to find Hyde, who's going to get there first, and just had the puck bounce over his stick. And Swarm put it around the boards. Fontaine for Dalmatal. Steps in, trying to go around Darling, who read that well and used the body.
Yeah, nothing really goes through Darling, does it?
No, he's a solid man. He's not going to let you just walk through the middle.
He reads the puck very well, and if he doesn't, you know he's going to be dropping that shoulder. So
It's basic defending, really, isn't it? It's something
100%.
I forget, you know, like don't look at the puck. Look at the man. Watch those shoulders. You can always read where they're going to go. It's a tell that, you know, you can't really. You have to be pretty special to get that tell of your shoulders directing where you're going to go. Long shot on. Fortunate bounce of the Swarm. Backhand shot off the blocker of Shuck. Hard off the boards and out for the Phoenix Thunder. Hopkinson picks up a good pass. Botany fires one. It's on the far side. Another chance. It's a bounce back in front. The Swarm looking to put a 6th one past Shuck. Prior right across the ice. Thula lays it up for the half, and that one's bounced back somehow. Wonfa left it for Flight. Turns it back down low. Hopkinson. Another funny bounce off the boards. Ellis. Dancing around one. Trying to get it to the front. It goes in behind and to the far corner for Flight. Front turnaround shot from Enright. Kennedy though doing a great job.
Yeah, Enright probably unlucky to score there. Good work though to try and get a shot off in a pretty sticky situation with a couple of Swarm defensemen on him.
Slightly backhand past Alice, who just gets this one down low. A couple of changes for the Phoenix Thunder. 8.5 minutes left in this game. Stepanek stepping around weakly. He just did enough to tie him up and force the puck off his stick. Looking out front. Oh, Atwell just couldn't quite gather it back in after kicking it to his stick. Kozak out front for Stepanek. He's all by himself and his shot is saved by Shuck.
Yeah, big opportunity there for Stepanek. Got a shot off, but Shuck making a good save. He's actually looked really good the last couple of periods.
Nice block there from the Swarmers. Ian Ortis collected the puck.
Oh, that's got to be... No.
No, they're not going to call
tripping
that.
call on that? Surely,
Oh,
yeah, it's got to be.
No, they've got a hand pass, have they? So, Stepanek
He
dived into the zone.
dived
took the
for
man
the
out.
puck, yeah. Took the man out. He took him out with a stick, though, as well, so...
Referee doesn't see it your way, Bryce. Skated down low, pulled it to his forehand and tucked it in between the pads and the pipe of Kennedy. Wiping off the big blank on their side of the score sheet. The Phoenix Thunder finally get one on the board, Bryce.
Yeah, it had to happen, Matt. I was just about to start flirting with the word shutout, but the Thunder are finally on the board here, so good to see. Hey, they've only got, is it 4 to go?
7 minutes 35. I've learned to read those numbers backwards, so I'm getting pretty good at it. Fontaine to Dalmatau, who gets a shot off after spinning and falling. Jack Lewis is quickly becoming one of the stars of this Phoenix Thunder. He's quick, he's got great hands, he's scoring goals, making his mother proud.
He's not afraid to get in there and do the dirty work either, which is good to see.
No, he's a stringy 85 kilos.
He's a gamer.
1 foot. He's got Fontaine following him. And Whitson Lee gets it up. Hyde finds 1 foot. He's got Hyde going to the net. Gets to Hyde, goes backhand. And Kennedy shut the door on that 5-hole.
Yeah, Thunder looking like they got momentum.
Lily shoots off the blocker. Yeah, they've finally got something going here. Lily Had that knocked off the stick as he looked to wind up another wrist shot. There's the point where you start to shorten your bench if you're the coach of the Phoenix Thunder and start to play your top players more often. With just under 7 to go.
You're still a little bit far away. You probably want to keep rotating just in case it does happen, so those good guys are fresh if it does get close.
Yeah. Botany puts a shot on and Shuck will just cover that one up.
Yeah, Thunder definitely picking up momentum here late in this game. First game on the Friday night. Good to see. You got to
get that energy level up now. If you want to bring it back, you've got 4 goals to try and score it even this up. You've just got to get that energy levels up. Shot there from Stepanek.
How does he get him that much power off a snapshot?
Just a simple little snap. Blocking shots out in front. Chance for Enright. Steps to the middle, fires it off. Another chance on the second hand opportunity. And it's kept out by Canada, who's done a good job. Saved 31 shots tonight. Big pass up to Stepanek. Just couldn't collect it. Yeah, I seen as the call.
Yeah, it looks like Stepanek definitely wanted that one back. Just unlucky to corral that on the stick. A bit of a bouncing puck, so it will be an icing.
Anyone in the Dunedin area who's watching this at home, make sure you get in tomorrow night.
Oh, 100%.
Get your tickets online at
definitely
DunedinIceStadium.co.nz. We've got the bar. You get yourself some of the famous Thunder mulled wine. We've got some nice merch with the new jerseys available.
And honestly, at pretty good prices too, Matt.
Yep, so if you're in the Dunedin area, watching at home, got nothing to do on Saturday night, get down here.
Well, there's only the Chiefs versus Rumbies, and that's got nothing to do with Otago, so get on down to Dunedin Ice Stadium.
And that's a foregone conclusion anyway, isn't it? Chiefs will probably win that easy.
Oh, I don't know. Rumbies are looking all right.
No, they only scraped through against the Hurricanes last week, didn't they?
Yeah,
but anyway.
That's all right. Yeah. Hurricanes had nothing left to lose.
Highlanders' season is over, so let's forget about Super Rugby now. On to the Phoenix Thunder's season. And this is the match that they want to start getting some momentum going.
Yep.
Get some positive vibes going. If it's not tonight, then carry it forward for tomorrow night. Woodford skating in, looking to the front. Still with it. Man in front takes a quick shot. Kicked out by Canada's tie on there. Had an opportunity. Fontaine picks it up and behind. It's there for Dalmato, takes a quick shot. Kept out by Shuck. Fontaine again. Looks to the point. Oh yeah, long shot off the toe of Shuck. Fontaine across. Mathula. Fontaine steps around one, leaves it for Dalmato. Fires it. Got deflected up over the top of the net. Thunder just guilty of not playing it hard and getting it out. Looking across for McDonald. He puts it across the blue paint, and Fontaine just couldn't get anything on it.
How good are the kids, man?
This line is amazing.
I'd pay big money to go back to that age to be that good.
Oh, man. Paris Hyde. He had Gregory coming on, but he couldn't find him. He comes Dalmato. Darling just taking it upon himself there to not let him skate around him, just pushing him into the corner. Big block from Paris Hyde. Lewis can't push it through the defender's feet. Hyde with a takeaway. Looks across to Gregory. He's got a man on the back door. It was Lewis. Went past his blade. Darling keeps it in. Puts it down low. Flight puts one on, but it's wide. Lily can't get there in time to keep it in. Jackson Flight will pick it up. Stiteley trying to force that one through the middle, but Hopkinson's...
Oh, just got off in time. It would have been a too many men penalty.
Yeah. Pillage. Oh, that's Fontaine. Takes a shot in the numbers. As he just sort of tried to dance his way through into the blue paint. Into the zone, I should say.
Is that line out there again, or have they just not changed?
Fontaine's been given another shift so soon. Marcus McDonald, I don't see Downward Tower there. I think he stayed on a little bit longer in that last shift. Big wind-up shot from Enright. Kicked out by Kennedy. Fontaine to McDonald, takes a shot. And that one has been
Caught in the net.
Yeah, played into the net by Shuck off the blocker. 1 minute.
So it's just
50.
Marcus McDonald left to get his first point in this league for the Botany Swarm out of the young boys. Yep.
He hasn't got a point yet. Playing with that line.
Sorry, I think, no, he hasn't got his first goal.
First
I
goal,
mean, yeah,
okay.
yeah, but he's had a couple of really good chances. You remember that stick lift last time that denied him his first?
Yeah.
Up in Botany.
Yeah.
And his dad's actually travelled down with him this weekend as well.
Oh, nice one.
His biggest fan.
Yeah, if he keeps playing the way he's playing with that line, then it'll come.
Oh,
it'll come this year, sure.
He'll get 100. Not this season.
Not 100 this season. No, one will be good. Shot there goes through the blue paint. Downward Tower's been moved up a line. He's playing with...
And why not? The boy just gets better by the minute.
Yeah. Maybe just a bit of a mix-up here for the Swarm, actually. You've got Pillage, Johnson and Downward Town. Johnson's not good after taking a shot on the chest. Skating back into the zone to play, but he doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, looked like Allen hit him up high. Not sure if it was intentional or not. Didn't look it, but...
Downward Tower finds Pillage. Turns back, looks across there. For Whitson Lee. Gets head into the boards by Darling. And the Phoenix Thunder play that around the boards, but it's come to an end. The Phoenix Thunder fall at home to the Botany Swarm 5-1 here in the first of 2 games this weekend. Bryce, good for the Swarm to wipe the slate clean after that weekend last week in Queenstown. Come down here, get the first win.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though the Thunder finished off this game really well, actually winning the third period 1-0, but yeah, the Swarm boys will be happy with that. You know, they're going to go home tonight, have a nice early one, roast chicken for dinner, and then be back here for game 2 tomorrow.
An early one and a roast chicken to warm the bellies in the cold Dunedin weather. I'm sure they've experienced worse. Yeah, for me, the Phoenix Thunder, first period, you know, they made a few errors. They left a few players in front of the net unmarked, which is criminal. They've done it before, but they adjusted, and like you say, they won that third period. Second period was only 1-0 to the Swarm. So they improved over the game. So tomorrow, they keep that up, eliminate those errors in front of the net, then they could potentially make this a closer contest.
Definitely, but they also are still going up against the Botany Swarm, who are going to be trying to improve on tonight's game as well. So,
yeah, I always feel that the first game of the weekend, if you're travelling, is always the hardest one. You're doing the travelling of the day, you've got to get off the plane, you know, try and rest, you know, or relax before you get on the ice. So potentially, you know, yeah, it'll be a harder Swarm game, a harder Swarm team tomorrow for the Phoenix Thunder.
Yeah, definitely, but hey, the Thunder can keep building on what they've done tonight. You know, they sorted out those issues that they had defensively of not either stepping up early enough or just letting them skate too deep. So if they can work on those, get a couple of early goals tomorrow, I'm sure that they'll warn the Swarm.
Well, we've got the Kia Photos Player of the Day awards to name, and for the Phoenix Thunder, it's Ian Hortus,
I agree with that.
and for the Swarm, who do you think it is?
Oh, I'm not even going to say. 'Cause I
We
know that one.
Ivan Dalmatau with a highlight reel goal.
It could have been Kennedy unless he didn't let that goal in. But
Yes, that's true. Yes, no, that was a fantastic goal. That'll make the highlights. So. Thank you for joining us tonight, folks. We've got one more game tomorrow, 6 o'clock puck drop tomorrow, slight different time than tonight.
Absolutely.
Also, the Canterbury Red Devils are up in Canterbury, up in Christchurch, playing against the Mako. That's on Saturday and Sunday. So more hockey to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely if you're in the Dunedin or Mosgiel region, get yourself down here to Dunedin Ice Stadium because it's going to be a thriller tomorrow night, I reckon.
Righty, folks. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you all tomorrow.
See you later.